Hey, this is Amazon Jude, July 11th, 2018. I've been out of chemo for about 4 weeks right now, and I'm starting to grow some hair back on my chin, in my head, and but I've had some problems. I haven't been able to get my my sixth chemo done because I've had infections. First, I had a staph infection under my arm, and now I have what they call cellulitis in my feet. I couldn't figure out why my feet kept swelling up and getting really, really red and hurt. I mean, like they were burning, they were on fire. And it had been that way for a long time. And I thought, at first I thought, oh, I'll just menopause. Sorry, excuse me. But it wasn't menopause, it was cellulitis. So my oncologist put me on some antibiotics last week, and then I went to infectious disease here in Casper and saw my Dr. Lori, and she said, yeah, those are good meds, but I think we need to give, and I told her, I said, Dr. Flippin wanted to put me back in the hospital on antibiotics, but I thought, Lori, since you do that kind of stuff over here, you do antibiotics, couldn't I just, come here for 4 or 5 days or 7 days, whatever it is, and do antibiotics? She says, yeah, no, there's no reason why you shouldn't. So she put me on a 4-day antibiotic, and it's just a little ball that I plug into my port, and let it do its thing for an hour every day. And my feet are already looking a little better, and I just started doing it yesterday. I've got tomorrow and Friday, 2 more days to do it, and we'll see if we can get my feet back to normal. That would be, that's been the hardest part for me. After all the chemo stuff, that's hard enough, and then to have your feet hurt and crack and just painful, and my calves were so hard because the underlying tissue, that's what cellulitis is the underlying tissue was infected, and so it absorbed all this water, and couldn't get rid of it. When I stepped on the scale the other day, when I went to see Lori at infectious disease, I was only 219. So, I mean, I was 229 less than a week ago, so I've lost 10 pounds. That was all water. That's something to really be careful with when you're doing chemo too, is to keep yourself hydrated, but not too much. You don't want to overdo it, because if you start getting swelled up somewhere, something's wrong. You don't have any immune system when you're doing chemo, so even a cat scratch. I got sick once from a cat scratch during this, and then I got the pathologist at Wyoming Medical Center. He had done my pathology under my arm, and I carried around a staph infection for 5 months because of the way he did it. The hospital called me, one of their administrators, and I told him, I said, this guy was not only gnarly when it came to doing the pathology, he also gave me an infection, and it was a staph infection, and that's kind of what cellulitis is in your feet, is another staph infection. So I've been carrying this infection for a long time, and I'm glad we're getting addressed to some of this. I was thinking, hell, I'm going to be, getting my feet cut off. My toenails are trying to fall off, 3 of them, from, the Texateer. That's one of the chemo drugs I get. And not only takes all your hair, it messes up your fingernails, it messes up your toenails. So I've been babying my toenails so they don't fall off so fast. But like I said, guys, I promised you I would take you through my whole entire journey, and hopefully this week, I still have my drain in under from my 3rd boob. If you've watched any of my other videos, I'm down to about less than 20 cc's every 8 hours of drainage, but it's also draining the protein out of my body, so I'm having to eat a lot of protein stuff, like meat and tuna fish and all of that to keep my protein levels up. I'm still taking magnesium really good. I'm still taking potassium. I'm still Got myself some cherries and cantaloupe and watermelon today, and you know, I'm trying to eat better, and the weight's coming off. I don't know. I just don't have an appetite, and that's the thing with chemo. And even afterward, it's been a month, and my brain is still. I can remember, you know, basic things that I've known for years a couple of days ago, and today I was thinking a whole different person, you know. But anyway, give yourself a break, because your brain isn't going to go back to normal from what I read and understand 2 years. So for 2 years, I'm going to be like a blibbering idiot. But I did get some stuff done today. I felt good enough to do up the laundry and do up some dishes and cook a dinner. You know, I made my husband barbecue chicken and, you know, pork and beans and some corn, and did up all the laundry and folded it, put away, and changed the sheets on my bed. So I feel good. My feet don't feel good. And that's the reason I wanted that addressed so badly, is because, you know, without my feet, I'm a pretty active person. I ride motorcycles, you know, and I'm very active in my local politics. And if I can't walk, then I can't do anything that I really love and enjoy, and it makes life not worth living. So anyway, here it is. I'm hoping to get this drain taken out. Like I said, it's not draining so much, so maybe my surgeon will take it out, and I'll take my port. After I'm done with the antibiotics, they'll put it back to normal, and then I'll do my last chemo, and then they'll take that port out. So I'm in the home stretch. I feel pretty good. Yeah, I'm still smoking, but you know what? For 7 months, I couldn't do anything but drool on my pillow. I mean, even the basic things of running the vacuum was just too much for me. And today was like, this week has been like one of those weeks where I feel actually normal. So I took advantage of it. And I went grocery shopping, and I cooked dinner, like I said, you know, and I fed all the animals outside. I have all my geese that, you know, didn't even recognize me anymore when I was out there holding the hose for them, you know, to play in the hose. And I've got a new lease on life. I feel like, oh, thank God, you know. And I know that last chemo, number 6, is going to knock me down pretty hard, but it's not going to be as hard as chemo number 1. And the reason I say that is because they cut it by 25%, because I did have such adverse reactions to a bunch of them. So anyway, hopefully the drain will come out, and these antibiotics work on my feet. I want to stop off and see my friend and have him build do my 2 teeth here, so I get my smile back, and maybe my hair will grow back. I got a cool wig I'll wear until my hair comes back, but I'm not wearing it in July. For now, it's this stuff, you know. If I got hair by winter, I'll be happy. But I really want to thank the girls up at Rocky Mountain Oncology. You girls, especially the nurses up there, they are just, you know, they are the most wonderful, caring people. And I'm going to work on that Afghan, girls, and see if I can get it done now that I feel good enough. Hell, my hand is actually working again since I started on those antibiotics. I mean, that thing was going all through my body. It was affecting my joints and everything. So anyway, with that, let's hope next week gives me some good news. I know that my liver scan came back good. They did ultrasounds on my legs, so I don't have any blood clots down there. My lungs looked good. My head feels good. So if cancer's brewing up there, I doubt it, because I'm sure I'd be having some kind of mental trouble or something somewhere. And I'm losing weight. I'm going to be able to slide back in my jeans maybe when this is all over with. I'm thinking about maybe doing reconstruction surgery next winter after I get my new deductible met. I'm married to my husband 20 years. He doesn't care which way I go on it, but I think if I can, you know, get to looking better and feeling better, I think I'll do better. I want to send some love out to a couple of friends of mine. Kraz, I hope you're doing good, dude. I haven't been up at chemo for a month, but you should be on number 2 or number 3. I pray for you, and I hope everything works out just great. And I miss all you guys, Dawn, and you know, and I made some good friends at chemo, and I miss all of you guys. And I hate to come in and do a chemo, but I can't wait to see you all, because you all very, very special people. And I don't make friends easily, but when I do, they're usually lifelong friends. My friend Jonna, and some of the nurses are just absolutely, Cassidy is just the bomb. So anyway, I got some good doctors too. Make sure you do that, you guys. When you start doing all this, hook your primary care doctor with your cancer doctor, with your radiologist, with your surgeon, if you have any infections, with your local infectious disease people, because if they all work together, it helps you live. It does. They need to all be on the same page about treatments and everything. And most of the time, like mine, they all talk. It's like on Monday, or I make sure that when I go do a scan on something, all of them get a copy of it, so everybody knows exactly what's going on with me at every given moment. And that's been my godsend through all this. So with that, anyway, I wish you guys all luck, and we'll see you after this next week. I'll do a video, not this coming week, but the week after, and give you the prognosis on everything. So I love you. God bless you. Stay strong.